Stress is not the problem. The problem is that your stress cycle is never complete. Between the pace of modern life, we have learned to analyze everything with logic. But there is another language, older, more subtle. The language of the nervous system. You may forget a memory, but your nervous system does not. You may say that you are fine, but your body might answer with a heartbeat slightly faster than normal, a pair of shoulders quietly tightening, a breath that never quite reaches the bottom of your lungs. At Zenora Neuroscience, we do not see these signals as weakness. We see them as data, biological signals trying to complete a cycle that was never allowed to finish. This is not just a healing podcast. This is a space where neuroscience meets compassion. A place where we do not try to fix ourselves, but instead learn to understand our bodies with precision and gentleness. Welcome back. Today, we will explore a powerful question. Why does the body remember what the mind has forgotten? And how can we safely release it? Have you ever felt a familiar tension in your neck and shoulders, even after medical tests showed that nothing was physically wrong? Or a tightening in your stomach when you enter a crowded room? Or a shallow, restless breath you cannot control, even while sitting still? We usually call these things stress or anxiety, and then we try to ignore them. We use logic to convince ourselves everything is fine. But what if I told you those sensations are not random? What if your body is actually trying to tell you a story long forgotten, a story your mind has buried, but every cell in your body still remembers? Why do some pains, even those we no longer consciously recall, quietly imprint themselves onto the body? Why does the body sometimes become a kind of black box, storing secrets from the past? And more importantly, how can we open that black box safely? Welcome back to the Zenora Neuroscience podcast. Today we explore a story called The Hidden Black Box Within the Body. To begin, imagine a simple scene. Imagine that you are a gazelle grazing peacefully on the savannah. The world feels calm. Suddenly, from the tall grass, a leopard lunges toward you. In an instant, without a single conscious thought, your entire body switches into survival mode. Your heart pounds like a drum. Adrenaline floods your bloodstream. Your muscles tighten with explosive energy. You have two choices: fight or flight. Of course, you run. You run with everything you have. Now imagine that you are lucky. You escape. You reach safety. The leopard disappears. The story ends right? Not quite. Here is our first clue. All that enormous survival energy, the racing heart, the adrenaline, the intense muscular tension, must go somewhere. Energy does not simply vanish. Now imagine another scenario. The leopard attacks, but this time you are cornered. You cannot fight. You cannot run. Your body activates a third ancient defense mechanism: freeze. Your body becomes rigid. Your breathing nearly stops. Time feels thick and slow. This is nature's final strategy for survival, to appear lifeless so the predator loses interest. But the powerful survival energy that was meant for fighting or running now has nowhere to go. So it becomes trapped. Trapped inside the nervous system. Trapped within the muscles. And this, in many ways, is where stored trauma begins. It is survival energy that never found its release. You might be thinking, but I'm not a gazelle, and I've never been chased by a leopard. That's true. But our nervous systems still carry those ancient survival programs. A sudden shock. A harsh criticism from someone we love. An accident. A moment of humiliation at school. For the nervous system of a child, those moments can feel just like encountering a predator. When we feel overwhelmed, powerless, unable to fight or escape, we freeze. As adults, the mind may try to rationalize. We tell ourselves, it's over. It was long ago. But here is the second and most important clue. The body cannot rationalize. It can only remember. It remembers helplessness as a tightening in the chest. It remembers fear as a constantly knotted stomach. It remembers tension as shoulders that never fully relax. The body remembers, even when the mind has forgotten. This is not narrative memory. It is implicit memory, the memory of sensation. Now, let's return to the gazelle that escaped the leopard. What does it do next? If you observe animals in the wild, you will see something fascinating. Once it reaches safety, the gazelle begins to shake. Its entire body trembles. Its legs quiver. Its breath comes in bursts. It may look strange to us, but this trembling is not weakness. It is the body discharging the survival energy from the chase. It is completing the survival cycle. After a few minutes, the gazelle takes a deep breath and calmly returns to grazing. The trauma has been released. So why don't humans do the same? Because we have something powerful and sometimes problematic. Our prefrontal cortex, our rational mind. When a child falls and cries, we often say, "Stop crying, be strong." When we feel fear or trembling, we tell ourselves, "Stay calm. Don't let anyone see your weakness." We use logic to suppress the natural responses of the body. We stop ourselves from shaking, from crying, from releasing, and the energy remains trapped. Layer upon layer, year after year, the body's black box slowly fills. So how do we release it? Talking about it alone is often not enough. The answer lies where the trauma was stored in the first place, the body. Healing does not require reliving trauma. That is a dangerous misconception. What we need instead is to create enough safety for the body to finally complete the survival cycle it began long ago. That means learning to listen, to notice subtle sensations. My shoulders are tightening. My breathing is shallow. There is restlessness in my legs. Instead of judging or suppressing these sensations, we simply observe them. If you are in a safe place right now, you might try this with me. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes if you like. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Notice the contact between your feet and the ground or your shoes. Just feel it. Now slowly move your awareness upward. Your ankles, your calves, your knees, simply sensing their presence. Now bring attention to your abdomen. Is it soft or slightly tense? Is your breath reaching your belly or staying in your chest? Continue upward to your chest, then to your shoulders, a place where many of us carry the weight of the world. Are your shoulders relaxed or quietly lifted toward your ears? Just notice. You do not need to change anything. By bringing awareness to these places, you are sending a powerful signal to your nervous system. I am here. I am listening. It is safe now. This is the first step toward allowing the body to slowly release the energy it has been holding. So, let us return to our original question. Why does the body hold on to pain long after the mind has forgotten? Because it is not punishment. It is an outdated survival mechanism, an alarm system still ringing loudly, even though the fire was extinguished long ago. Your body, in its ancient wisdom, is still trying to protect you from a danger that no longer exists. The black box inside you is not a prison. It is simply a survival toolkit left running in the background. The tight shoulders, the anxious stomach, the constricted chest. They are not enemies. They are messengers. Messengers carrying signals from the past, asking to be heard, acknowledged, and released. Healing trauma in the body is not a battle. It is a conversation, a compassionate dialogue between you and your own nervous system. This journey is not linear. It requires patience, gentleness, and sometimes the guidance of trained trauma professionals. But you can begin today, with the smallest steps. Start by noticing your breath. Start by feeling your feet touching the ground as you walk. Start by asking yourself a simple question. What is my body feeling right now? And when you notice tension, instead of frustration, place a hand on your heart. Take a slow breath and gently say to yourself, I hear you. Thank you for trying to protect me. We are safe now. Thank you for taking the time to explore this hidden black box within yourself. If this episode resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who might also need to hear it. This is Zenora Neuroscience, wishing you a peaceful journey of reconnecting with your body. If there is one idea you carry with you after today, let it be this. Your body is not working against you. It is trying to complete a survival equation that was never solved. Every racing heartbeat, every tightening shoulder, that is not weakness. It is your nervous system trying to protect you, using outdated data. From the perspective of neuroscience, healing is not about digging endlessly into the past. It is about creating enough safety in the present for the body to update its predictions. Safety is not a thought. Safety is a physiological state, and you can begin building that state right now, with a breath just a little deeper than the last. If this episode helped you understand your body in a new way, share it with someone who believes something is wrong with them, when in reality, their nervous system is simply overwhelmed. At Zenora, we believe. When we understand the mechanism, we stop fearing our emotions. I'm Zenora. Thank you for allowing yourself to slow down today. And I will see you again in the space where wandering souls learn to return to themselves with awareness and with quiet blossoming. If you have heard this far, perhaps your body has been waiting for this moment for a long time. So right now, allow yourself to pause for a moment. No need to try to be better. No need to understand everything. Just stay. Find a comfortable position. Sitting or lying down, either way is fine. Gently close your eyes or keep your gaze soft. And if you are ready, let us step into a very different space. A space where you do not need to strain anymore, where you do not need to be okay. Just listen. Start with a breath. Inhale and exhale. Just realize that you are breathing. From here, together we will gently return to our bodies, little by little, without rushing, without forcing, just an invitation to return to yourself.